Hi, my name's Eric Arnold. I actually haven't met a couple of you, so I'm sorry for that. I would actually like to start off by apologizing. We probably could have kept in touch a little bit better leading up to this. My New Year's resolution is to keep you more up to date. So what we thought is we'd just create a quick video. I don't have a script for this. I'm just going to tell you a few things off the top of my head, just to let you know what's going on with Planswell. Some of you have invested as long ago as 11 months. So I know you're patiently waiting to hear some success from us. Things are going really well. We did talk back in the day about having a launch date in November. There were some delays on that, so I wanted to explain a little bit about kind of what's changed and what's gone on. So we set out to build a financial planning software. There's two main players in the space. One's FP Solutions, one's Naviplan. Both of them are softwares that are used by all of the different banks around Canada. Literally every single one uses one or the other. They don't make their own software. So we went out to build a much better version of this so that it can be client-facing, people can create their own plans. And we actually built software considerably better than their software by around September, October. And in October, what we started to realize is the way that financial planning typically goes down with a client is the advisor gets all the information from the client, they punch it all into the system, and they hit the button, and then it tells them how much they're going to be over or under at the end of the plan at the time of death. And usually it's under by a lot. And then what the advisor does is they look at that and they say, okay, from my own experience, my human intelligence, I'm going to suggest to this client that they try and earn an income of about $8,000 a year in retirement for 10 years. That's going to solve that client. But for this client over here, I'm going to recommend that they retire a year and a half later. That's the easy way to solve this one. And then I'm going to tell the client that, I'm going to punch it into the system, my new idea, and I'm going to hit the button, and it's going to come a lot closer, and it's going to be close enough, so I'm going to ship it. So that's the typical experience with a financial planning software. In order for Planswell to work, we need the plan to actually start to suggest new questions to get to the client so that the client gets to the end of the plan after about 3 or 4 minutes and 40 questions have gone by, where they can show them a plan that works every single time with numbers that they've agreed to, so there's no sticker shock. So what we had to do is create, we don't call it artificial intelligence. If this was the early 90s, it would be. But what happens is the system will then, every time they answer a question, it will create hundreds of thousands of plans in the back end and then create new questions that basically create a parameter on what the client should be doing to adjust. So it might say, hey, how do you feel about retiring at 59 instead of 55? And how do you feel about earning an income, driving a boat at Disney World? So that part of the system, it's called an expert system, is something that's never been created before. We ended up filing a very large patent in November for a whole bunch of ideas that we've included in different processes and different technologies that has never existed before in financial planning. So that's my excuse for why we're still not really in market scaling out. But it's created enough of a moat around this company that I do think it will be next to impossible for people to come to market and compete with us, which is one of the things that we were concerned about early on in the process. So we've been having great meetings with different companies. We had a meeting with one of the companies that's doing taxes for Canadians. Over 800,000 Canadians are doing taxes with them on an annual basis. We've had several meetings with them. They're very excited about implementing plans for their clients. We've had meetings with group RESP companies that have hundreds of thousands of clients implemented with education savings plans and nothing else. And they really like the idea of us taking over their company and implementing entire plans for people so that we can set them up with the appropriate insurance and mortgages that they need and savings and other types of accounts other than just education. So we have some great partnerships kind of brewing. Lately, we've been having meetings with potential strategic partners that are looking more to invest in us. What we've found is that the fund companies in particular understand that the industry is changing. They have these mutual funds that are considered higher fees, a little bit more sophisticated investment products than what you're seeing coming out from the exchange-traded fund companies that have the very low fees, which is basically what we're kind of forced to work with by the Ontario Securities Commission. Those companies see that the future is kind of shifting to the lower fee and that the future is also having direct distribution. Perhaps that all the advisors that are currently selling their mutual funds won't necessarily be around. We've seen with the consumer relationship model, CRM2 it's called, where the advisors have full fee disclosure now as of a month ago. And a lot of the advisors are getting really negative reviews online. People are finding out that they're paying $10,000 a year when they thought they were paying nothing. So the insurance the fund companies are saying, well, we need a new solution. So we're actually in talks with 5 of the top fund companies in North America right now, high level, like CEO level talks, with a few of them looking very interested. One of them even asked us to stop raising money for a little while they were doing the due diligence. They want to potentially take out the whole round and partner with us financially going forward. So these companies would bring in a lot of money. They'd also bring in a lot of expertise to the table. They'd be able to help us out with the actual product on the investment side. They'd be able to make introductions on the insurance company side, and then also potentially help us with the lending on the mortgage side. So we have really exciting meetings happening even this week. We have 3 of them set up this week. So this is an imminent thing that we expect to kind of partner with one of them in the next few weeks. The management team is doing really well. John Podleski is not going to be continuing with the company going forward as a management role. He's going to be stepping back and taking on more of an advisor role. He's going to be helping. I still talk to him on a regular basis, but he won't be managing the company. The management team still consists of myself and Michael and Eric. Gino's still working with us on partnerships. Bob McBean, our CFO, is doing amazingly well. We're really lucky to have Bob on our team. And the rest of the team is growing very quickly. I think we're approaching 30 people full time right now. So it's really buzzing. It's really getting ready to go. We've been bringing on clients. Since November, we've been bringing on clients. We can do mortgages for people. We can invest people's money. The MGA agreement that we have with Assumption Life is finally coming together this week. I just got off the phone with their head of MGAs, the highest level relationship you can have with an insurance company. We talk to their CEO on a regular basis. They're very excited to be partnering with us and producing all of the products that we need on the insurance side. We're already talking about making custom products that'll fit the plans that we're creating for people in a way better than any policy on the market currently is. It should also bring the cost down by about 20% from the rest of the industry. So that'll be happening this week. We've heard confirmation from Fisco, the regulator, that there's nothing left to be done for that to happen. So basically on all fronts, we have amazing news. We're probably get back to you in the next couple weeks with really great news that a lot of these things have actually been implemented. We have great financial projections looking that we should be profitable within the next few months. We have a lineup of people. We were on CBC Morning Radio, the most listened to talk show in Canada, with 1.5 million listeners the other morning, and more people joined the wait list in the first minute than we would need to be profitable for 3 months if they were all to implement. So there's a lot of really great buzz around this, a huge wait list of several thousand people that are waiting to become clients. So we're really excited about everything that's going on and definitely wanted to share this with you. I'd been actually kind of procrastinating a little bit because I wanted to get a few of these things really locked down, but I wanted to give you an update today, and we will circle back with more kind of praise items as they happen. In the meantime, I would actually love to hear from you. So if you have any questions or want to talk about any of these ideas in more detail, or you have any new ideas, that would be fantastic. Please reach out to me. It's eric@planswell.ca. So I'd love to talk to you. What else can I mention? That's pretty much the update. We are still open to raising money. So if you had any friends or family that have been sitting on the sidelines in the past 2 weeks, I think we've cashed more checks than in the previous 3 months, mainly from people who are saying, oh my gosh, like it's going to happen pretty soon with these big trade partners, and they're going to close it out, and we may never raise again. The financial projections, if we stay on track with them, and they're pretty modest, we hit profitability in the next few months, we probably won't take on further investments. We wouldn't need to. So if there's anybody who just wanted to throw in a little bit of money just to be a part of the story, we're definitely still open to that, but potentially not kind of beyond this week. So if there's anything else, please let me know. Thanks.